Walk into the gym and you instantly have exercise options too numerous to count. Heck, you'll find a whopping 135 different shoulder exercises on some bodybuilding sites. So which one do you do? Plenty of people go the as many of them as possible route, but that takes a major time commitment and the willingness to train for an hour or more nearly every day without exception. The rest of us, those who want to spend our time playing sports or just, well, playing, have to be more selective. Whether you're looking for the ingredients for a perfect total body workout or you just look to cherry pick a move or two to insert into your current routine, this list of essential exercises has you covered. Get stronger at them and you'll get stronger, period. Use them in a muscle growth rep range of 8 to 12 reps per set and you will get more muscular, provided you're of course eating enough. Seriously, training doesn't have to be complicated. Get better at these 6 movements first and see how far they can take you. This is a quintessential move and not just for powerlifters. Research shows that the pectoral major is activated significantly more during these exercises than moves like the fly, push-ups and cable crossover. But here's the thing, have someone show you how to bench correctly and you'll feel it in far more than your chest. Your upper back, legs and even glutes are getting worked. It requires movement as a glenohumeral and unilateral joints, which means more muscles have to be involved, says Michael Urti, who is CSIS from Petro Fitness in New York City. Plus, the barbell must be stabilized to execute the movement properly, which activates even more musculature. The whole body from the head to toe is working together to move that weight. Unfortunately, there's a lot that can and does go wrong with this perfect movement. I always see people in gym gripping the bar too wide, which increases the risk of shoulder injury, says Urti. He also stresses the importance of squeezing your pecs hard during the peak contraction. People often limit their range of motion to crank out more reps or give the illusion that they can lift more weight, he explains, but that diminishes the effectiveness of the move. You're going down low enough if the bar grazes your chest, but it shouldn't bounce. Some people will tell you that a bench press isn't functional, but if it counts out the strength and muscle it will produce, definitely are. So do it and don't apologize for it. You know the squat is a killer leg move just by the uncontrollable shaking you experience afterwards. Because there's so much neuromuscular activation while performing this exercise, your body hormonal response is heightened, which is ideal for strength gain and fat loss, says Urti. The science backs him up. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research found that squatting increased both testosterone and growth hormone levels significantly more than leg presses do, and the boost continues post-session too. The squat is too important to do wrong. Have someone who knows their stuff look at yours and give it an honest assessment. If your hips or shoulders are keeping you from being able to do a quality squat, work on your mobility there and do front squats or goblet squats. The classical gym image we've all seen. Arnold, or someone like him, struggling to curl a huge loaded barbell. Sure, it looks cool, but for the most of us, a far better choice is right over in the dumbbell section. Using a barbell allows you to lift heavier weight, but it can also lead to muscle imbalances if the stronger side takes over, says Parker Hyde, MSCSE and doctor candidate at the Ohio State University. Using dumbbells can help or prevent strength and muscle imbalances and give you enough stimulus for muscle growth. As many lifters can tell you, barbell curls, particularly with a straight bar, can also wreak havoc on your wrists, not so with dumbbells. Dumbbell curls also allow for a more natural movement as well as a greater range of motion, Hyde says. They give you the option of varying your hand position. Each position alters the activation of the different heads to slightly different training stimulus. To get the most out of every rep, select the right load. The biggest mistake guys make is going too heavy, as NYC-based trainer Ken Lars. Choose a weight that doesn't require you to swing and use momentum to lift. One of the classical rules of the weight room, one that gets forgotten all too often, unfortunately, is to pull as much as you push. In other words, for every pressing motion like a bench or overhead press, make sure you include a pulling motion like a row variation. So why is this one rather than say a bent over barbell row? The barbell row is a great movement, but for many lifters it works the lower back as much as the upper one. So your lumbar cramps up and cramps out long before your upper back and shoulders get worked. This chest supported row variation simply checks off a ton of boxes without a basic flow. Along the way, it strengthens crucial posture muscles like the traps, rhomboids and lats, as well as the perennially neglected real delts. In fact, when researchers at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse compared the muscle activation of 8 different shoulder exercises, they found that the 45-degree incline row simulated more activity in the middle and posterior heads than other popular exercises like dumbbell raises and upright rows. If our goal is to pick the exercises that offer the most bang for your buck, you could do a lot worse than this one. So why does this matter? The frontal and anterior head of your delts will get getting plenty of work in overhead presses, bench presses and even curls. The other heads needs love too. If one head is stronger than the other, it can look odd, says jvgatti, SCSC, the owner and head coach of the Harder Relative Sport Training in Philadelphia. Plus, muscle imbalances can lead to injuries down the road. The genius of this exercise lies in the forward lean. You're lifting a weight as you work against gravity, says Kikanao. Just remember to watch your tempo. Do a row, controlled row. Jacking or exploding through the motion with too much weight can diminish the workload on the intended muscle and put you at risk for injury. Standing barbell presses should be a staple of every lifter's shoulders routine, says Heider. They require upper back and real delt stabilization and core activation as well as strong legs. EMG research suggests that during a standing barbell press as compared to seated dumbbells, there's significantly greater muscle activation of both the middle and front delts. This is important since these are the two primary muscles that really create those cannonballs, capped delts. EMG research suggests that during a standing barbell press as compared to seated dumbbells, there's significantly greater muscle activation of both the middle and front delts. The only downside to the overhead press, it demands a lot of mobility, both in the upper back and shoulders. If you're not up to the task yet, stick to the dumbbells and work on your mobility until you are. A functional, pain-free overhead press is a goal worth working towards, and it'll pay off big time when you get there. It's hard not to obsess over the muscle of the front of your body, since they are the ones that you see most, but neglecting the flip side sets you up for the strength imbalances, upping your injury risks. Check multiple posterior muscles of your to train list in one heavy hit with the deadlift. It improves strength and power production in your hips, which is transferable to many activities, says Lyles. What's more, your back works hard to stabilize your upper body while you move. Unfortunately, this exercise is easy to screw up, which sets you up for possible injury. To get it right, maintain a flat back for the entire movement and let the bar case your legs as you descend and rise up. As with the squats, get feedback on your form from someone who knows what proper form looks like, or film yourself. Barbell deadlifts demand you maintain proper spinal alignment, but this skill is essential to learn if you want to be safe in the gym. Period. It's worth your time to learn, says Lyles. But if you're just starting out or have back limitation, it's okay to use a hex or trap bar instead of a barbell. You'll still work the posterior chain with far less stress on the lumbar spine. If conventional deadlift, whereas your knees are inside your arms, doesn't feel or look right for you, don't worry, you have options such as sumo, legs outside the arms, rack pulls from knee level or lower, or even single leg deadlifts. They're all great choices, and the end results of mastering them will be as with other lifts: full body strength and muscle to make you better, as well everything. So what do you think of this exercise? Find some of them useful or useless? Please share your opinion below, and until I see you next time, please do stay healthy.